I'm so glad I've changed my hairstyle up because I just know all of the comments would be flooding in calling me a Backrooms version of Kane Parsons. So Backrooms, I was more familiar with Kane Parsons for his Attack on Titan shorts actually. I haven't really watched and delved into the Backrooms stuff. Obviously I know what the Backrooms are. It's so drenched in internet culture, and I've seen plenty of, you know, knockoff Backrooms where Thomas the Tank Engine is in here, but I've never sat down and watched all of Kane's shorts that really popularized the genre, I guess. I know it's based on that initial post, but I feel like Kane did a lot of legwork here in making the Backrooms as ubiquitous as they are. So I'm going to go through and watch every single short that he's done before watching the film when it comes out as well.
Sound, camera,
rolling.
All right, and
Oh yeah, 4x3.
all right, that was good. I'm thinking we get a wide angle and then we're done. Okay?
All right, yeah, cool. Like how much further? Like
A little more.
Just trying to see if any of them was Kane.
Yeah.
There you go, no clipped. Oh, I like the title card, yeah. That font, the VHS font.
Hey guys.
See, I've watched Kane's interviews, but I just... Is that his voice? I can't place it. Obviously, it'd be younger him as well.
hello?
Oh, yeah,
Someone
that
there?
was something. He's taking this well. He hasn't freaked out nearly as much as you'd expect. Oh, whoa. Yeah, the freaky architecture, that makes no sense. There'd never be a reason for a gap like that. Ooh. Is there some sort of energy coming from this? There was like more distortion as he was filming that. More noise, more grain. And I do know the film. There are aspects from these shorts that you pick up in the film as well.
Anybody hear me?
You can watch the film on its own as a
Hello?
standalone thing, but you will be enriched by watching some of this. Because it's so low res, some of the artifacting, you're like, is that something there? Is that movement? I know I've seen the monster in the thumbnail for this. I don't know if that is actually in this or not. Arrows, signs of life. Other people have been here.
What the hell?
What does that even say? Something stays? Oh. Oh, there it is. The proportions of it are so messed up. How like tall and skinny it is. The sound design, it's just like it's screaming, like a muffled screaming. Ugh. And again, everything's like more distorted here. Oh, that's cool. This area is almost like an infinite loop. Is he actually jumped for it to escape it? There's a few more features here. There's wooden staircase, and it's a bit less blank than it was before. Thing is, does it know its way around? Does it know to come to this staircase? Yeah, you got so little glimpses of the monster. It's just... the classic, your mind does the work, you know? Bit of a different vibe. Oh, this is the one that's in England, the hotel.
What the fuck is this place?
This is a real place, yeah. A Premier Inn or something. Yeah, this area's got a different vibe. It's almost more art gallery-like. Whiter lighting instead of the yellow lighting. Well, that looks more like a train station or something. Oh, the oversized exit sign? That's cool.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of different areas, actually.
This isn't real.
I feel like even in like the movie trailer
Real.
is all just the more yellowy vibe. More office space, yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Back to square one, yeah. Oh, he was just throwing it. I was like, didn't know it could move that quick. It's so hard to make out what it actually is. It almost looks like it's made of cables. But it's tall and skinny, so it will fit through all these gaps as well. Ooh, there he is. I think it grabbed the guy. I think that was just the camera falling. And then it no-clipped back to reality in the sky. I mean, so if he did jump down there, he would have died anyway, right? And this is why it's found footage. The camera did actually return. I'm expecting it directed by Kane Parsons. No, it's just blank. Okay, there you go. The first one. Really cool. That monster, yeah, more tall and spindly. I know there's discussion online with people talking about the Backrooms concept, whether there should or shouldn't be a monster. I can guarantee there's going to be a monster in the movie, right? There's no way there's not. But this is something I made like a TikTok about ages ago, but from what they say in the trailers for the movie, I think the way they may go about it in the movie is really cool, because they say, or the main character said in the trailer, that the Backrooms is like trying to remember reality, and the more it remembers, the less it does. It's like, yeah, your memories fade, they change over time, they're fallible, and what could be really cool is if these memories, the monsters, are just the Backrooms trying to remember people, and it's remembering them worse and worse and worse, and they just get more and more fucked up. Like this monster we see here, was it once a person? You know, that's a really cool kind of body horror concept to explore as well. I feel like that's probably where the movie is going, and I like that as an explanation of why there's monsters there, you know? I guess that law also applies to this, because it's all Kane's work as a whole. That probably does apply to this as well. But that was really cool. And, you know, obviously this is probably all made in Blender. There's that little bit of live action at the start, but you don't even think about that while watching it. I think because you've got all of these like filters on, I completely forgot this is all, that was completely CGI probably, completely VFX. I was just like, oh, it's just a person in there. you know, in my mind watching that, I'm like, this is all live action, because you start with the live action. That probably helps as well, actually. You start with that live action clip, and then it, you know, clip into the back rooms. So your mind just continues on from that point, you know? Yeah, that's interesting, because the entire time I wasn't thinking, oh, this is something that's animated. I was just fully convinced that it was live action continued from that initial clip of the live action at the start. And, you know, that's cool. Just them making a little film at the start makes sense, to a reason to have someone recording something, obviously. But, you know, already showing Kane's aspirations as a filmmaker there. And yeah, the guy in that would have died anyway, either or, you know, he either gets attacked by the monster there or jumps down that bit and clips out of the back rooms to fall to his death. But yeah, then again, that we get an explanation on how this footage was found. And this is a bit of a tangent, but I've been thinking recently, actually, of it'd be a really cool idea if someone made a movie that was actually legitimately found footage. So, you know, we have all of these found footage films, but there's someone directing, there's someone holding a camera, they're faking the footage being found. But I was thinking you could make a movie where you act everything out in the real world, but you do it in front of CCTV cameras. And there's certain CCTV cameras where there's open source like websites where you can watch live what's happening on these cameras. So you could theoretically make a legitimately found footage movie where all of your footage comes from third party CCTV cameras. And it is, if you make that, I would call it the world's first real found footage movie in a way. I don't know. That's just a cool concept I've been thinking about recently when it comes to found footage things in general. So yeah, I think let's move on to the next. Data not accessible. I didn't really pay attention to the music in the last one. Was there music? This is cool though, just this little tune. Is that just a still image? Okay. I'm sure the movie will have VHS sections like this as well. Burst pipe frozen over? Okay. Yeah, it just seems to be little segments of things. Images from inside. Because I know Kane, he makes music for all of this as well, right? Another one of his talents. People researching classified information, yeah. I guess, you know, after, I don't know how successful the first short was right away. Maybe this is only a 2-minute video. You know, this is something he can pump out at a bit of a quicker rate to capitalize on any hype. Null Zone 4. Yeah, this is all just like research documents. Just a nice quick short one there. I don't know if I have too much to say about that. Maybe this is the first instance of seeing like potential researchers, people researching into the back rooms. There's people there with different measuring equipment, and there's that area like labeled the null zone for whatever that could mean. But yeah, it's cool, this little video. Yeah, I was, as I speculated in the reaction segment there, I wonder how quickly this video came out after the last, you know, if that last one did blow up, and you want to capitalize on it, here's a little tidbit for the fans, you know, while I work on maybe a longer video, because I imagine they do take a good while to make. I've seen one of the videos later on is like 45 minutes, and then there's a lot that are just like 1-2 minute little segments just like this. So I'm interested to see more.
On July 2nd, 1988, the ASIN research facility tested
Async research facility, okay.
released during a press conference held in April of 1988. Island that
It's like it's been recording on tape that's deteriorated, yeah.
described the intention
Ivan Beck, okay, we've got like characters potentially.
all current and future storage and residential needs and save billions of dollars.
Of course, storage and residential needs, infinite space, you can make billions of dollars from it. Someone think of the shareholders. To be honest, someone think of the landlords. This is going to plummet property value. Oh, that's a new effect. That was cool, the way that dissolved. Of course, someone please think of the bottom line. Yeah, infinite space, infinite storage back there. If the backrooms can truly remember stuff, can it remember food? Do we have an infinite food source? We might have the solution to everything here. You know, if you had like an area where you put an object down and the backroom remembers it, and you know consistently where it's going to show up, you've got an infinite money glitch. You've got a duplication glitch right there. You can end world hunger. You've got infinite storage. As I said, it will plummet property values, but you know, oh well. It means young people can finally afford somewhere to live. It's just, how do you not get lost in there? Because is it a permanent layout? You know, is it a sustained layout? Or do things move? Do walls change and things move around? You know, if you actually like moved into the back, you know, you found a door and you just stuck to the first room that was there given to you, and you fortified it and you used it as, you know, a spare bedroom, would it remain that? Or would the backrooms start to, you know, mess with it a bit? Yeah. You know, this is all questions about the functionality of the backrooms. How does that work? What are the mechanics of it? I need some more async research into that before I start investing in some backrooms property. FBI warning. He's got into some graphic design. We've got a logo for async now. Okay. Oh, sorry for that little cough there. This is Daisy, Daisy. Right, is a remix of that. Modification. Am I crazy? That sounds like that's a remix of it. Seeing this door again. Okay, so we do have some recurring areas between shorts. Now, is this within the backrooms, or is this a door to the backrooms that they're like accessing? Hey, just kind of seeing that same event again, a meltdown almost.
There's something there. There's an obstruction.
Unintelligible. Oh. Yeah, so it was a door in. Were they seeing like one of the monsters? There's something there. Ah, that's it. Okay, that was really quick. Okay, it's nice to know we're getting like recurring areas, recurring things, building on this lore. Yeah, so this door, like there's all this machinery around it. Are they like sending like waves or energy or sound waves, something into that area? Is that like, there's the doorways through where, you can stick your hand right through and it goes all the way in. And the wall's not there, or it's just like a false wall. Is that an area and they're like trying to experiment with it? And it depends if these walls, these like gateways between the back rooms and the real world, if they're permanently there or they like open and close. Are they like forcing it open? Maybe that's what they're trying to do there by sending infrared rays, ultraviolet, send radiation, blasting it at it to see what will get it to open. And they did manage, but it was big and loud and explosive, whatever they managed to do there. Yeah. Oh. Okay, the missing person. People lost into the back rooms. Doesn't even have his name. Oh, just a little kid, 2 years old. Huh. Because 88 was when they were doing experiments before. But there's a big old jump in 90. It's 1990 when more doors are opening or something? Maybe what they've done here has made doors open. Of course, going in full hazmat, you don't know what is there, what's in the air. And it means Kane can animate a hazmat suit and not people. Yeah. Makes it more easy to CGI, of course.
Stop. Hold it. I don't know.
So little detail. I can't make out what that is. Just some sort of blob. Is there a person sitting there in the center? Oh, it is someone.
This makes no sense. This wasn't in the last report. No, this is...
But what's all of this around them? It was like they've been set on fire. This reminds me of Annihilation a bit. There's the scenes with the skull that was like melted into the pool. Oh, I didn't get to read that. What was that backwards? Aha, okay. So someone, all of those missing people. I don't know if I can tie that missing person, that person there to one of the missing people posters we saw, but someone's got in there. But the way they've died, yeah, that reminded me a lot of Annihilation, where you have the body mixed in with like the fungus and the pool, and it was all just messed up. And what's all of that around him? It wasn't kind of him spread out into it, though. It was just kind of like staining and marks around this guy who's managed to find his way in and get lost and died in there, unfortunately. And yeah, as I said, that's cool. You have everyone in the hazmat suits, then it's a more natural, animating humans is difficult. Animating humans well is very, very difficult. And if Kane's doing this all on his own, having everyone in hazmat suits, that makes it a bit simpler. I have a little bit of background in 3D models because I studied architecture at uni, and I did 3D modeling buildings and interiors and things, and animating them a bit. And it's a lot easier to animate hard objects than it is fleshy movie things, even though there's some texture and some movement to their hazmat suits, obviously, as a fabric, so you'll do some fabric simulations there, but that's a lot easier than animating just a human and making it convincing, of course, you know, because all of these have been like pretty convincingly live action, I would say. If these were in the film, because they're so heavily filtered and everything with like all these VHS filters and things, I would believe it just to be live action footage with the filter placed over it rather than completely made in Blender, you know. If you had dropped some of these into the actual film that's coming out, I probably would believe it. Now this one's titled Autopsy. Is it a direct continuation?
I estimate that the time of death was around 5 days ago, but due to the severe tissue damage, it's hard to say for sure.
Almost looks like he's been petrified, right? Look at him.
The cause of death was likely malnutrition. I was able to recover most of the digestive tract. So...
Was it mostly empty? Or has he been eating drywall? You know, what you eat when you're in there?
It's like portions of the body stopped decaying and were sustained.
Ah, okay.
Other areas...
That's weird.
Completely overtaken by culture. So, I took,
Oh, I don't like that. There's some sort of bacteria or something in there that's sustaining part of him and deteriorating other parts of him, and now it's in the real world.
thought it was an aggregated collection of pseudomonas.
Some mycelium.
But it seems to be closer to a mutated strain of simple A bacillus.
Mutated strains of existing things. Yeah, it makes sense.
Benign, but
If it's the Backrooms remembering this fungus.
Mr. Beck, may I ask where this subject came from?
Okay, Mr. Beck coming up again. Ivan. Random little clips. Was that a xenomorph? Seeing cells and things, is attacking people on a cellular level, maybe? Oh, it's like a double exposure. It was like a sunrise double exposed over it. Okay. So yeah, we are getting some recurring characters. Ivan Beck, who is a higher up at NSYNC. Like, yeah, I know the movie is going to relate to this somehow. Kane has said, you know, for fans of all of these shorts, the movie will have some more details. So will we see NSYNC? Will we get references to this Ivan guy as well, Mr. Beck? But of course, it needs to be able to stand alone as well. It needs to be able to stand alone for the people that haven't seen these shorts. These shorts just need to like enrich the already existing fans who are watching the film. Yeah, and then we've got some sort of mutated fungus coming from there. So is that the Backrooms remembering fungus from the real world and remembering it wrong? And like the way his body is decaying at separate rates. And I'm just worried about now things leaking from the Backrooms into the real world. If something comes from the Backrooms in, we've seen people go from the real world into the Backrooms. We've seen the camera from the real world pass into the Backrooms. But if something originates in the Backrooms, can it pass through? I imagine so. I don't see why not. So like these monsters that originated in the Backrooms, they probably can come through as well, which is a real danger too.
To the Project KV-31 Research and Development Team. In this short informative video, you will be briefed
Okay,
on the
this is
required
called
protocol
information
regarding
video, yeah.
Project KV-31, as well as receive an overview of future development plans.
Project KV-31.
Project KV-31 pertains to the study and development of the async low-proximity magnetic distortion system.
Yeah, they're doing something with magnetic distortions. The threshold. Okay, we have a name for this door.
Convenience, you may hear your peers refer to the project under any of the following titles: the machine, the door,
The back rooms.
The complex. Hallways. Unauthorized usage of these terms outside of the prohibit the threshold without guided supervision.
Okay, we skipped some rules there. Rule 5.
Complex alone. All expeditions are to be comprised of no fewer than 3 individuals.
Okay. 1990. This is right before all of the disappearing rates went right up. I'll need to pay attention if this entrance starts to become familiar, you know? So it kind of branches off like that.
I'm going north.
Okay, so this is much less of an informational video now that it's got into it. I wonder if there's any spaces that don't make sense logically. Like, you go round a thing, you make 5 left turns and you're in a new space, you know? Things like that. Like that game, Superliminal.
Hey!
Oh. What the hell? He glitched.
Guys? George? Open!
What was that?
Hey!
Was that the camera glitching or them glitching? Yeah, some remnants of something there. Is any of that clipping into the floor? I was just thinking about illusion of the hallway that gets smaller as you go down it. There's that classic bit. I wonder if there's anything like that where things get played with scale. That might be happening right here, actually. Is this shrinking? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You've seen that crops up in so many things, yeah. That's so dark. There's like nothing. God, anything that's not just like straight up vertical or horizontal, like, is that an arm of something? There was like a metal bar going across something there. Oh, look at that. The wallpaper is just like completely stretched. That's what that is on that wall, right? Noises. I don't like noises. Sounds like a groaning of some sort. Okay, that's back near the entrance. That looks very similar. That doesn't mean it is though, does it? And the door could be closed. You know, if it's infinitely big, there's going to be areas that resemble each other. If it's infinitely big, there could be an area that like perfectly simulates your hometown. You could think you've escaped and then you haven't.
Hello?
Huh. This almost feels like, yeah, a research room that was built here for them to observe from. Like a set kind of safe room in there. That doesn't feel like there's something built by the Backrooms. Because, yeah, like wood and async have rooms built in there for them to observe from. Perhaps so. Yeah. And it's just like, if things are mapped out, does that mapping stay the same? Does it all stay the same? Who knows? That's really, that's interesting. I'm just wondering about that. Yeah, because it would make sense to build like little outposts there and exploring deeper. Somewhere you could observe things for a longer time span as well. But then you just don't know how that environment is actually affecting you, affecting what's happening in there. So, you know, if you build a little outpost like that, who's to say the air doesn't become contaminated? You know, they're all in their hazmat suits. Would it be safe? Maybe that's why the alarm went off. There was a foreign contaminant he hadn't disinfected as he walked in. I don't know. Yeah. A lot of focus around 1990 now. Okay, yeah, they've done a lot of development building in here, actually. Cameras, of course, recording everything. And yeah, this is that same entrance. You got the long bit, a little diagonal, and then another long bit to the left. Send out an alert. I was just gonna say it hasn't been modified. And there's still a few dead zones there that aren't being recorded, yeah. But I guess they're covering a lot. The focus shifting there on the fake camera. On like the camera he's holding, you know, the artificial camera in the 3D software, I mean. That looks really believable. You can tell Kane has upgraded some of his skills. Oh yeah, okay, motion alerts. Are they gonna capture anything crazy? I didn't count how many there were. That looked like only 2 returned. Just noise. They do have explanations for these, but are there going to be any that are not explained? It'd be cool to see something as well, like someone walks past and then another version of them walks past on like an infinite loop. TBD, to be determined. Some noise. Just listing it as a microphone failure. I'm waiting for it to say like creature number 1, you know? Something like that along those lines. No explanation given for this one. So something like crawling on the ceiling almost looks like. Yeah. Or something that kind of phased in and out. No, it's kind of going behind that pillar there. Or it looks like a person's legs, like they're floating, defying gravity. Huh. Okay, yeah. Senses of mysterious things happening there. I like the setup of the cameras, just the motion detected, and then the unexplained things. Yeah, it looked like someone's legs kind of floating out behind a pillar, but how is someone floating like that? Is a monster lifting them, or does gravity even work the same way in the back rooms? That's something I hadn't even considered. You know, something along those lines. You walk into a room and gravity becomes inverted or something like that, you know? That's a possibility too, huh? This was labeled prototype. They're building something. They're magnetic something or other. Oh, 1982. Wasn't it 88? The first one. Maybe this is what's opened a door, this test. Is this the origin? I would like the Backrooms maybe has always been there. But maybe this opens the door to it. Similar effect of energy, yeah. Oh, it disappeared. Whatever the object in the center was. It was like a little metal sphere. It's gone. Maybe sent into the Backrooms? Huh. They're playing around with something. If they're playing around with like teleportation, accidentally opening a doorway to the Backrooms makes sense. Yeah, so that was 82 and it was 88 the earliest we'd seen before. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, the Backrooms were open then. It could have been even earlier. You never know. And yeah, there's also the question of like, were the Backrooms created? Have they always been there? Did they just create a doorway or someone found a doorway? Has there always been a Backrooms? The thing is, the Backrooms is stylized after like a very specific kind of time period architecture, interior design. So, you know, if the Backrooms was always there, that doesn't make sense. I feel like it makes sense for them to have been created at that point in time, and they're an impression of that point in time. And I haven't talked much meta-wise about why Backrooms has kind of hit the zeitgeist, and I think part of it is, you know, it's something our generation is seeing. You know, this is a young director. We're seeing this kind of death of what was, in terms of like, you know, we have dying, especially in America, dying malls. It's kind of that similar aesthetic. There's a lot of spaces, third spaces that are dying. Shopping centres, malls, community centres, and places that had that kind of backroomsy aesthetic, old offices and office buildings that are gone. It almost reflects a kind of downfall in a way of the world as we know it, as the world is supposed to be. I think that's something that Gen Z feels a lot, and this taps into an aesthetic of that, an aesthetic of an old way the world was, maybe an old way the world was that was promised and that is no longer in existence, and we are just kind of left with the remnants of it. There's a great short film, just not even a minute long, Rain by Jack Stober, and just there's a line in that always just haunts me. I did what I was supposed to. It's not fair. Why is it still raining? There's like this absurdity of the social contract. You do what you're supposed to do and you get, you know, your way in life, and that social contract has been degraded, and you can still do what you're supposed to. Go study, go to university, get a degree, and now you're not guaranteed. You may call this entitled, but you're not guaranteed a good job out of that. You can do all the right steps and still end up, you know, working in McDonald's after getting a degree. How many retail staff have degrees in however many fields, you know, fields where they've studied big things, difficult subjects, and they can't find roles in the fields they want. I feel like all of this holistically applies to why the Backrooms, there's an interest in it. And as well, you know, it's spooky and it's creepy and it's made this sense of community, on the internet that can be iterated on. And this is also, yeah, it's something different. I assume Async and Ivan Beck and the characters that will be in the A24 movie, you know, they are copyrighted, but the concept isn't, you know. Is it American Horror Story? They did a Backrooms episode. I don't know if that's any good. And there's already, like, I don't know if it's just a quick cash grab. Someone making a Pool Rooms movie. You know, the concept is open source and people can do what they want with it. And that's very much kind of the internet as well, of this internet age, more open source collaborative work like that. Of course, yeah, they need to trademark the character names from and some of the designs from the A24 film, but the rest is still open source. And even kind of meme culture plays into that as well. You know, you see how much memes tie into Backrooms, and you have, like, I don't know, a PNG of Sans the skeleton following you through the Backrooms as well in some clips and parodies and whatnot. It's all this kind of iterative open source culture in a way as well. Yeah, interesting to think about. Okay, Pitfalls. This is the longest one so far, 14 minutes. Marvin E. Lee. That's another name, okay. The refraction of that glass freaked me out for a moment there. I was like, what's going on?
You know, it's gonna fall down from a bridge or
Is this, yeah, maybe real actual footage superimposed?
Mark, mic check.
You're all good. This is Marv 123. Marv, mic check 123.
Chapter 3 of the KV3 one, okay. Mystery Observer feels like a higher up, you know. That's a classic senior executive right there. Yeah, they got that little safe room right as you walk in now.
Has the vertical expansion been approved yet?
They're not getting to that until after the presentation.
Yeah. Landmarks, tape to keep track.
What day will the tour be?
How much have they mapped out?
Get the cable. Okay.
I don't know what aspect ratio this is, because one of the shorts was 4:3 is more narrow than this. This is slightly wider than a 4:3, it looked like. But not quite 3:2. I quite like 3:2 as an aspect ratio. For my Obsession and Begonia videos, I made the actual video itself 3:2, so if you're watching on a phone, it's slightly taller, takes up more of your screen. Maybe I'll do the same for this if it's if none of them go to the full 16:9. Is that rope they're laying? Or it's more like a hose or something, actually, rather than a rope.
Oh, wow. This is new.
How deep are they?
Ability falls off pretty quick. Might be at an angle.
And we've got a door.
Got anything we can drop down there and see how deep it goes?
Alright, I'll take a look. Go notify Cloud.
Or he's actually venturing out. Should he be so alone though?
Hurry.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Oh, okay, just,
I do feel like maybe some of the walking cycles are a little janky.
Okay.
I guess it's him like tiptoeing, isn't it?
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm going.
He's got to be quick. But you don't want to be quick over this.
Normal ground.
Watch it.
Whoa! Ah!
He just fell right through. Yeah, there was one where it was just like a really thin bit holding everything up. Was that what he was walking on?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Are you injured?
I think I pulled something in my shoulder.
That wasn't too bad a fall, actually.
Different. Like a room up there, but the architecture's the same, but the wallpaper is different. It's a bit greener.
Yeah, slightly lighter.
From the opening comes out through the wall, but it's too high.
Just waiting to see a monster. It's been a good while since we've seen a monster in one of these, hasn't it? I feel like there's just an inevitable dread that there's going to be another.
Do we have another camera? I need to get this. It has to wait. This takes precedence.
Do they not have a rope or anything they can chuck down?
Use it to climb up.
Just tried that. There won't be enough length to reach you. George, go right back to standard and bring a tether.
The other guy that went into the other room, what was he seeing as well? He was like so adamant, hey, bring your camera here. He didn't really describe what it was.
I think there's somebody down here. I hear yelling, like a person is yelling.
Yeah, it definitely sounded more like a person than a monster.
Yeah.
This red light, very intriguing. Ooh. Like a fake outdoors, a tunnel.
You need to stay at the hole. George will wreck any minute, then we can assess the situation from there.
It's like a fake little town.
But what if Miller's right about the null zones?
Even if that's the case, I agree with Mark.
Yeah, what is the null zone? Because it was just kind of like an area highlighted. And take a note of that.
Do you copy?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Like, if someone got lost and found themselves in an area like this, could they survive here? Live here? Is there someone in here, or is it just gonna be...
This is...
No, is it somebody luring him in, you know, setting a trap? Yeah, it sounds like someone calling for help, like... Feels like a trap. See, like a backpack? Yeah, maybe someone is living here.
Repeat, Marvin, do you copy?
Sleeping on the cardboard, though? Surely there's better places to sleep.
Oh my god.
What?
I think someone's been living down here.
Living down there?
Okay, just what I was speculating. But have they just completely lost their mind?
Sorry, can you repeat that? Marvin?
Someone or something?
What is it?
That is not a fucking person!
Yep, it's just imitating a person. Oh great, he tripped. Great. It looks the same as before, tall and skinny, weird proportions. Could it have been a person, you know? It's just been turned into that. He's running in a full hazmat suit as well, isn't he? So it's very slow. Oh, I just like the, yeah, the echoed screaming.
It's gonna take a moment. Grab it like, yeah, hold it. Okay.
Why did they not send it earlier? Have it already there for him?
Okay. Stand clear, we're setting it down.
He's not making it. Maybe the camera is. What? He's made it a tiny bit higher, but not much else. Were they unresponsive up there? What? Okay. Yeah, maybe they were unresponsive at the top, so that's why he didn't get pulled up any further. Something attacked them up there. It looked like the same entity we've seen before, actually. Very tall, spindly, you know, but imitating human sounds, imitating human voice. Yeah, has it been a human in a previous life? Weird.
That's not a person.
What is that?
That's not a person. They're rewatching that footage. The footage was found footage. Are they analysing it? Why is this like a superhero reveal team up shot? They're all just guys in hazmats. Oh, they're returning. The door is way bigger than I thought, actually. I thought it was just human sized. Oh, some live action actors. Budget's increasing. Who are you? Are you Beck? He had a name tag, but it wasn't distinguishable. Damn. So, you know, he obviously did have experience in live action filmmaking as well with some of these segments. It wasn't all just completely Blender. I wonder if any of these actors would end up in the film. Imagine going from, you know, probably quite a small gig for you. YouTuber wants to make a short for YouTube, and then you end up in a film because your character carries over.
That's not a person.
There it is. Just try to get more better looks at it. Huh. You weren't actually hearing what they're saying. I don't want to like insult just him animating so much of it, but it does feel like suddenly having live action people feels like it adds almost like a level of prestige. You're like, oh wow, this is big, you know, suddenly. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own bias talking though. Time's passing. They're not abandoning the project, closing it off though, are they? Or closing it off from the monster, I guess, yeah. You just kind of, because there's so many like corners, you're just kind of always anticipating something to poke his head around the corner. I'm always just anticipating like a little hand wrapping around a pillar or a head poking round, you know? Yeah. This is the shortest one, only 39 seconds. I don't know what we're supposed to be looking for. Is there a little white character there? I don't know. I need to rewatch that. Hardly any movement or anything. No, I don't know what I'm supposed to look for, but I can't see anything. Okay. A space perspective development. talking more about developing it.
Throughout this past century, we have seen the advent of countless innovations that have completely reshaped life as we
Are they pitching the Backrooms as their infinite space?
As human expansion is projected to increase exponentially in the coming decades,
We need space to expand into.
The low proximity magnetic distortion system.
They're really going for it. Just presents it as this golden, some golden light coming out.
Is the low proximity magnetic distortion system. Using 32 will be distributed across all
Using 32 what?
cargo and personnel to seamlessly pass through their designated threshold.
Yeah, commercialize it, of course. Just don't worry about the monsters, you know? I mean, like, you know, people live in Australia where there's giant spiders and things, so how much more dangerous is it really? Sorry I keep drinking water, it's hot as shit today. I'm glad I can take a break in between each one. It's just infinite space, yeah. It's inconceivable. Thing is, even these like office spaces that are in the real world, they're kind of liminal spaces as well. There's hallways walking through here. Yeah, Amazon would eat that up. All of that warehouse storage? Absolutely. Why don't we just move everyone in here? We'll just live in the back rooms. You know, there's no sunlight or fresh air, but who needs that? That's definitely like 100 years' time, the dystopian reality. Everyone who's poor lives in the back rooms with no sunlight or anything, and it's all destitute, and then the rich are able to live on the outer world, you know? Just nice, lovely concepts, yeah. Oh, a Barcelona chair? How can you say no to a Barcelona chair? Absolutely. With mid-century modern, yeah. Okay, it's a flash of this room. This is the guy who was looking down earlier. Who are you? Yeah, you look like a big boss, don't you? That's not Ivan. I think Ivan Beck was not... I think he was high up in the research. I can't remember the title, but he wasn't like the highest up. Huh. Oh, warnings, alarms. Okay, something's happened.
If you could all just excuse me for a moment. My apologies.
We're not gonna sing anything though, it's just a warning and it's gonna end, right? Maybe just a shadow of something. Who is this? Or that guy returned? Someone's returned who shouldn't have, who's dying? I don't know. One thing as well, I was just thinking is, obviously I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know fully, but it feels like the aesthetics of the film are quite a bit different. Like, not in terms of for the Backrooms themselves, but for this kind of like infomercial, kind of 80s kind of vibe they're going on here. the kind of research institute. I don't know how much of that is included in the film, but from the trailer, you know, it's very much focused on Chiwetel Ejiofor, his character, kind of coming across and discovering it more than it is this kind of, research institute side of things.
The ACE Research Institute in San Jose, California. I'm trying to get hold of my supervisor, who I believe is currently staying at your venue.
Got a location, San Jose.
Ivan Beck.
Ivan Beck, the supervisor.
Yes, that'd be great, thank you. Clyde.
Okay, got another name, Clyde.
Apparently, while the Department of Energy was reviewing our contract, an employee managed to set off the complex motion sensors.
Okay, Department of Energy was there. What is this saying?
Glad to hear it.
Is it a news report?
So I get called down to figure out why we have a fully suited employee in the complex after hours on an off day.
Oh, this is the guy that showed up.
I have no idea who this is. He's definitely not on the project.
Oh. Come through from somewhere else?
Well, I tried to talk to him, but he's completely disoriented. He doesn't seem to know where he is or who
Is this some sort of entity that's come through, disguised itself as a human?
Yeah.
Have they even taken his suit off?
Peter Tench.
Peter Tench.
Oh, it's just me. Wait, hold on.
All of this text is weird, upside down.
Him, is it?
This isn't him. Huh? Okay. Found footage 2.
Okay, so you may be wondering what I'm doing. Recording a square of tape in my garage.
So, found footage is like where civilians find it, right?
Okay, I don't think it's worth trying to explain what's gonna happen here. You just have to.
It's gonna fall right through.
Watch this and prepare yourself because it's really freaky. Watch the square.
I wonder how he made this. There's a little camera shake as it went through, yeah.
Good example, but here's a baseball, all right? And just watch. Go on. It went into the floor.
The little distortion hides it.
Test now. I've got this tape measure here.
I was wondering how he's going to make it seamless.
Down and see how far it goes.
That's, yeah, the effect I was expecting.
I feel it's like vibrating.
Oh, it like expanded, got even bigger, the area. I thought something was tugging on it.
Where am I?
Well, the wood chips will be here.
Are you kidding me?
And falling through the ceiling as well, you can't just go back through. Oh, a little kitchenette. There you go, all you need is a bathroom and you've got somewhere you can live. You know what? I couldn't live in the back rooms. You know, the number one reason why. There's something there in the shadows. It's all the down lighting. The big light is on all the time. Where's the lamps, you know? Where's the smaller lighting? Oh, is that the same room? Kinda looks like it. Hopefully our camera adjusts. Oh no. Whoa. I love that, the distorted objects. Wow. When it was in the darkness, I was like, oh, is the same room mirrored? It kind of looked like the corner kitchenette again.
What is this place even for?
Where was she before? It seemed like almost a shed or something. Like, why would this be below there?
Hello?
Oh.
Oh.
That's very weird.
Okay. Oh, hole on the floor.
Is there a is there a breathing? Oh.
Can't see.
Some noise. I'd be constantly worried if you fell through one floor about falling through more, you know?
What?
I was just waiting for a turn to just have a monster there, you know?
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Ooh.
Oh.
Multiple levels, like cut through.
What in the world?
Oh, is that blood?
Okay,
Well, there's something on the walls. Oh yeah, there is light coming from up there. But what the hell is on that wall?
Oh. What is that?
God, it's so hard to make things out sometimes.
Wallpaper? Oh.
It looks like something's been dragged.
Oh my god.
A car?
Okay. This better still be recording.
How did a car fall through?
What?
Oh, it's like gone into the wallpaper. Yeah, look at that. Look at, yeah, the bonnet. Right? It like imprinted into the wallpaper. Is that a full-size hand? That looks kind of small. And considering her height, is that like a child's hand?
That's blood.
See, this looks like someone being dragged. Right?
Hello? Is there someone in here?
Ooh, a lovely dark corridor. Yes, please.
Hello? Help!
Oh, that's convenient. And a little night mode.
Hello?
Oh, I hate this.
Okay, what the hell? What is this?
Vines and things.
Like, plant? What?
That's not what that tall spindly thing is made of. It's not the... These aren't going to start moving. It's like part of it. Yep. That is it. Damn. That was like his nest. So it's made of like plant material? Oh, it's right there. You never get a good look at it. Oh, not going towards the glowing green light. I guess you just go to where you're familiar, yeah. You knew what was down this way. But it's quick. You can hear it like galloping. There's just nowhere to hide as well, that's the thing. What, you hide behind that sofa?
Okay.
Everyone loves jumping down holes to escape things. Yeah, that lamp seems oversized. The atmosphere of the pools, you can just like smell the chlorine in the air, can't you? Is there just, yeah, an infinite drop? Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it so terrifying. Unfamiliar space, impossible to hide. And it almost seems to have a sixth sense of how to get around. All you can do is hide here. Keep quiet.
Please come in, please.
Oh, what? Whoa. Huh. That's really weird. I've never seen that at all. Some green energy. Is that like async coming in? Maybe something like that? Maybe that was async coming in? This one's just titled Home. Shots of America. New York. I couldn't quite see what that was. Guy in a lab coat. This could be a facility. This one's so distorted. There's just a constant sideways distortion in the middle. I'm just wondering, like, images like that with the blacked out faces, like, are there things in the background I'd pick up, like the chairs they were sitting, were those distorted chairs in there or something? Oh, that's the photo? Yeah, the painting. Okay. But in its natural original state. Okay. Ah. Now this one's titled Reunion. Is that guy who came through coming back? What's going on there? No, I've seen him before. Who is this? MLML, that's a new brand. Now when they were saying like, it's not you, is it, before? Who were they talking about? It's not you, is it? It's not you as in you're not the person who came through, or you're not Ivan Beck who he thought he was talking to?
I think we should have enough room to unpack over there.
Oh, a little camera robot? Okay, nice.
Can you loosen that strap?
A nice, safe way to explore. Wonder if a monster would even attack it. Who is this a reunion between? What happens to that girl who... Yeah, the room just went green with energy. The slight fisheye to this, yeah. It's just exploring and exploring. But a good way to map it out. I wonder how much they have mapped out. Oh, this is the pitfall area. That's what it looked like to the left. Okay.
Standard, this is Clyde. We've reached room 14D. We're now just about to initiate the Overflow stimulus.
Yeah, there's that one pillar over there. That one bit that's like mega thin. I think that's where the guy fell through before.
That's still good.
Right. You're in a different uniform.
Marvin's a friend.
That is absolutely not the name we're going with.
Oh, then you better start working on a new one.
What did that say? Something Stratton, is that the guy's name? It sounded like it said Barbara, but it was a guy who went down there, right?
And these ones are all fairly even, right? You just have to go on that one.
Just focus on going down center.
Yeah, this guy's in a different get-up. Looks more like a firefighter. There we go. Fortify the area. Make it a bit safer. A lot of construction work needs to be done to the backrooms to get it up to code to be habitable, to be honest. Don't know if they've got the budget in them. Okay, we've got some names: Mark Bloom, Randall Tachi, Marvin Lee.
Is this the same one they had you practice?
We've heard Marvin Lee before, yeah, Marvin E. Lee.
I gotta know the difference.
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
You wouldn't want to be on the other end of any gun, Marvin.
Yeah, probably true. Good damn thing, this mouse.
I don't know.
His voice is so creepy like that. Just the I can't see a damn thing in this mouse. It's just the bass to it. It didn't sound natural.
What was it called? The stuff they layer over concrete to make it shiny.
Yeah, they don't like a material analysis of everything. Is it all just drywall?
It looks like we got standard white drywall with black vinyl.
Oh, his shadow was super creepy there.
A little hole in the back.
Oh yeah.
Is there a wall back there? A wall? Or?
And the walls don't go all the way to the ceiling. Lots of these ceiling tiles are dropped.
It was 4 times before. Not too common.
Lots of displaced tiles in found footage too. In that multi-level room.
I'm not looking at it. No, I'm just assuming right now. Either way, you're right. It does look like some kind of map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone's been here.
It almost looks like...
I don't think any of the monsters have sentience though.
Where we came through, that's 14C, and there's 14D.
Team A, this is Mark. Do you copy?
No area that just says death.
We've gone too far. We gotta go back.
What? You sure? We're not that far.
Well, that's all the more reason to get...
Don't want to get lost.
If we do get back and they say it's just a non-issue, you just come back around, and see what the...
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Who is this? That was human. That was human.
Wait.
I don't know.
Peter?
Oh shit.
Marv? Marvin?
Yes.
He knows Marvin.
Is it really you?
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
How? It's been months. We thought you...
He survived for months. Look at that.
Dead. My wife and children think I'm dead.
Can you please put down the gun?
But he's been in here the whole time.
Just tell me. Did they hold a funeral?
Yes.
He's got this gun.
Team and I are being held at gunpoint by a hostile. I repeat.
Stop!
Please
Don't shoot him.
armed support to
Stop.
13C.
Don't.
Sorry.
Damn! I was worried he was going to use it on himself. His wife had left him, moved on, had a funeral, his life is ruined. He's just lost his mind with time here. Damn. Even though he recognized Marvin, I was like, well, if he's recognized Marvin, there you go. You know, these guys are on your side. Damn. Yeah, I thought he might turn it on himself as well, but no. He's been in there months. I was actually wondering as well if there was any sort of like time dilation happening in here. Like when they said it's been months, he's like, no, I've been in here 10 minutes, you know, something along those lines. Doesn't seem to be the case, but I guess that could still be a possibility. The mysteries of the Backrooms are still unknown. So that could be something that happens later on. Damage control. They might need some after what happened last time.
Armed support in room 14C. My team now being held at gunpoint by a hostile. I repeat, please send immediate armed support to room 14C.
Okay, direct continuation.
For that panel, it should connect.
Okay. There were other people out and about when that happened. He could have been saved and now he's, what, on the run? What's he doing? He's still with his gun. I mean, he's nearly out of there, so yeah. But they're gonna want to examine him, question him, you know, of course. He's done for now. He's done for murder, homicide, you know. I've got a target now, I understand. He's got a target. Not the higher-ups, not Ivan Beck.
Can't currently be with us. Dr. Beck sends his apologies regarding numerous inconveniences caused.
Inconveniences? Someone died.
Appears that the situation has reached a point of some stability. We're still looking into a few things.
Have they caught up to him? Got him?
What occurred was a gross misunderstanding that was the result of some severe information
mismatch. A gross misunderstanding.
And I need to address the fact that there has been information deliberately withheld from many of you on the project.
Is he going to reveal it?
It has been proven to us that that method of conducting ourselves was not viable. So
sometimes it feels like he's just speaking around it.
Begin delivering the authentic order of events as we understand them.
Are they actually going to properly lay it out?
At around 12:25 p.m., the group realized that they had lost track of Tench while traversing the
Peter Tench.
Tench had simply vanished, leaving no physical trace. Now,
how did he return though?
Disappearance, our security team was forced to put together a more acceptable cause of death that would keep attention away from this institute.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. Of course, that's to fake something in the real world.
That was where Tench's involvement in this came to an end. Or, at least, that's what we assumed.
How do you, if he's had a car crash, how do you assume, explains he survived? You need to have excuses that are more survivable, I guess, if someone does show back up.
Moved to a secure room on this floor where, over the following days, a select group of doctors were able to administer a panel of tests.
Okay, so they had already been testing him.
Was his team's designated camera operator. Well, when we recovered him, he still had that camera in his possession.
Yep.
This is the hallway where Peter was last seen.
There's there was a stutter, shallowness of breath there.
Guys, can you hear this?
I feel he's about to announce an entity.
Guys, can you hear this?
And that's when they went, yeah.
That Peter was instantaneously transported 2 months forward in time.
Okay, temporal things are happening then.
But as it appeared on the date of May 8th. And this ties us back to the moment.
That's that alarm, okay.
To summarize, from his point of view, he had only been inside the complex for several hours.
Okay, I'm glad that they're confirming the time stuff. That's really cool.
However, there were still very significant fact that Mr. Tench was considered legally deceased as a result.
Yeah, that's a problem.
To prolonged sensory deprivation on the human brain, and as a result, Peter's mental state took a toll.
Started degrading. Okay.
Rather, he appeared to have deluded himself into believing that he was still inside some sort of illusion.
Yeah, of course. It's all fake. He's still inside.
Stolen credentials forced his way back into the complex, where he would go undiscovered until just last night, when he ambushed.
Okay, all coming together.
Dr. Bloom in critical condition. We can presume that
he would just live his whole life constantly thinking he's still in there.
Where he would turn the weapon on several more of you while progressing into standard and through the lower offices.
Where did he end up getting though?
Labs next to storage. Dr. Maxwell was able to act quickly and managed to disarm him.
Okay.
Discharging the weapon into the ceiling.
Dr. Maxwell got a name for him.
Feeding our security staff by taking the freight elevator to the surface. Now,
we did get to the surface.
Around 5 minutes later, our security team made it to the ground floor and began a thorough sweep in the direction.
They're not mentioning the entity he discovered in there, though.
Before me wall, but Mr. Tench was found deceased halfway down the hillside.
Yeah.
Of a blow to the head. It appears that while he was running through some brush, he fell to it.
Damn. So they can't question him even more.
To a large rock. Given the circumstances,
I'm surprised that was what caused it. Yeah.
Situation undoubtedly remains, but Dr. Tench, regardless of how troubled he was,
I wonder. I feel like that last bit is fabricated, maybe to not expose that there are entities in there.
Certainly not want us hindering it in his name. What we're doing here is so much bigger than any one person.
Well, now they don't need to worry about finding an alibi of why he's back.
Peter is and has been deceased. That is done. And
yeah.
Be extracted.
Easy to follow that thread now. And it ends on a needle. Yeah. What if he is still alive? I don't know. They tried to like inject him with something to finish him off so he wouldn't expose more. Like this could be him phoning home. Phoning his wife. He's moved on. Thinks he's dead. And there it ends. Damn. Okay. More things making sense. Wrapping up. Kind of coming together in a way. I like how this is all tying back into each other now. It feels like there's a broader narrative happening with Peter. Yeah, I feel like there's a conspiracy around his death there. Of course, when he initially was assumed dead, they have to come up with an excuse. But they need to start coming up with excuses that are a bit more like, oh, they just went missing. Or they've been sent on a mission somewhere foreign and it's gone wrong and they've gone missing there or something. Excuses where there is a way to bring them back, you know, because explaining why someone's back from a car crash like that is very, very difficult. You know, how do you explain that to his wife and kids if he has kids? So a bit more insight into the corporation, and of course they're keeping up their like corporate talk the way they're talking about this. But they did actually reveal a lot of what did happen. For a moment there, I thought they were just kind of talking around in circles, but they did get to it properly, you know. Overflow. Things are overflowing into the real world. Energy overflowing.
Negotiations in this area with the Soviets are just beginning.
Oh, negotiations with Soviets.
Mostly in Moscow, but also in Warsaw, during which time very considerable progress was made.
Is that just live action footage? Kind of looks like it.
With the Soviets. And it would also open the way for a presidential request of the Congress.
Free speech. Something to do with the president as well. This is that same energy that girl saw when she was running away and got trapped in that room. See, there's a map up there and different areas of different energies. Signed by Ivan Beck, the supervisor. I really could, just not enough time to read what the text said there. Oh, that mirrored effect. Yeah, it makes it feel like things are overflowing into the real world. Why else would it be named Overflow? That's gotta be it, right? Huh, I might go back and read what those documents on the wall said, because if I can even make it out. No, you can't. You can't really as it gets closer, maybe. Electric properties of the samples. It's all just technical jargon. Yeah, okay. But, yeah, the way that mirrored at the end, are things overflowing into the real world? If they are overflowing into the real world, how do you contain that? It feels like an escalation of things. I think the next one is the longest, found footage 3, which is 45 minutes long. The closest, the biggest thing Kane's done prior to the film. So maybe this is set up for that. There is something bigger happening, overflowing to the real world that they need to contain somehow. If they even can contain that, like how do you do that? I mean, they're experimenting with like magnetic energy and stuff, but...
Today is November 14th. It is a Tuesday.
November 14th. Taiwan lighting survey.
It is incredibly cold.
Incredibly cold. That's not something I considered. I considered it to just be like perfectly room temperature. A perfect 18 degrees, the room temperature room, you know?
The red one, right? Because the green one reads.
24.
Maybe even a little warm, a little too hot, rather than too cold, freezing. They've really surveyed this first area well. Yeah, what's above there? True. There is also the question of where the energy for the lights and everything is originating from. Anything up here?
There's no insulation on top, and I'm seeing a bunch on the floor above.
No insulation.
There's ventilation as well. You see that? You see the vents?
Yeah, there was, I swear, one of the early ones, they mentioned like an electric bill, and I was like, oh, is the Backrooms like stealing energy from the real world? Like their electric bill is going to be really high?
A standard troffer. However, we were unable to isolate the power source, and the conduit remained live, despite the absence of any visible external power supply.
Yeah, could you just cut the cable and it would still be lit?
Afterwards, in the ceiling. So the ceiling tile extracted measures 1.27 meters by 1.14 meters.
Start a lighting company, you know?
Of the tile estimated is around 60% mineral wool, which is fiber.
Is this all normal for this type of building?
And 20% expanded perlite, which is primarily of silicon dioxide and aluminium.
There's not asbestos. The backgrounds could be a walking nightmare. It's all asbestos is killing you as well the entire time.
Organic fibers derived from plant materials, recycled cellulose, really. But the light troffer housing...
That's what makes it a walking nightmare, not the monsters or anything, it's the asbestos that gets you.
The fluorescent bulbs are non-standard in proportion, most closely resembling T12.
Everything's non-standard in proportion.
So the bulb standard for these fluorescent bulbs. But that's an inert gas that assists with regulating...
Yeah, the tile wasn't completely square. I wonder if everything's slightly stretched in that room.
Connection. So the wiring connected to the fixture is PVC insulated copper, which appears standard again.
Copper. Someone went in and stripped all the copper. You'd make so much money.
But we also inspected the ballast, which is of the electromagnetic type. There's some variation.
See, same as the building that they're in. Is the Backrooms a copy of the building that they're in? If they were like opened when we saw the portal open, if that was the first ever portal opening.
This seems to be the case for the majority, if not all, of the lights in the complex that we've.
If it's like a copy of there.
Compositions all seem expected, or we don't know what to expect here. They seem. Everything we've looked at so far.
Easy for them to go like, and there were traces of human flesh or something. I don't know.
Congruent with what you might expect from.
The Backrooms remembered it wrong.
Because we look at these lights, and let's see. I'm taking it. So.
They still have labels manufacturing things, yeah.
Marked on various components of the
What do they say?
So on the ballast, we found.
Is it even legible?
Marked as a universal ballast, Type A, manufactured.
As a corporation, can they get in contact?
And the bulbs were manufactured by Sylvania.
Are they going to say we've been in contact with them?
Fixtures in the subdivision points to a continuous, potentially autonomous power source, which still remains unidentified.
It's got its own power source in there, perhaps.
The materials used are durable with minimal visible wear, suggesting they were built for long-term, possibly indefinite use.
Yeah, I was really expecting her to say, like, we've contacted these companies that produce these, and this model doesn't exist, or... we didn't produce that model in this year, or the company didn't exist at all, and it's just like the Backrooms taking info from different things. And then it's just a question of where the energy actually comes from. They think there's some sort of source within the Backrooms that is generating energy. That could well be the case. Who knows how it works? Is it a space of energy? They're using electromagnets to open doors. I don't think you've got any answers for that. But that's really cool, interesting to think about. Yeah, I was hoping we'd get a bit more about that manufacturing. Just, we've contacted these manufacturers and we have no record of this location, us selling this product to this location, or this SKU number, this serial code doesn't exist. It's not on our record, not on our file, something like that. Or we only, were established in 1980, not 1974, where they said it was produced, or we only manufacture in China, or, there to be inconsistencies there. I kind of was expecting that, but maybe we'll get into that more later as well. Okay, this is the big boy, found footage 3. I'm wondering, because it's longer, you might get a bit more characterization, a bit more character work. We've heard Ivan Beck, Marvin Lee, Peter, but I feel like we're going to get a lot more here. Gives you more opportunity to,
Fucking A, man.
Someone's fast forwarding through all this.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to call. This is Robbie. I'm a tenant in the upstairs at Fairmont.
Robbie?
Yeah, that's me. I was just calling to ask to see if there's anybody supposed to be checking out the downstairs today.
Hard to make out some of the audio. It's like, very glitchy.
Okay, so no maintenance or anything?
Is he hearing noises? He's got a random downstairs that he doesn't go into. Hey, put on a nice deep voice, intimidate them.
Someone there?
Start flicking that light switch. This space already feels very liminal. He's not even in the Backrooms yet.
Fuck me.
Oh shit, okay. What way was the glass broken, inside or out? Something escaped or something broke in?
Hey! Someone here?
Yeah, if there's a doorway to the back rooms here, something come through and then left through that door, that window. That looks like it might be shards of glass on the floor. Is that just a chair?
Someone there?
God, you can barely make out anything. Was there something there on the right? Was that chair gonna move like we saw the kind of vine creature move before? There's noises. Does he not have a torch? Not have a flashlight? You know, the monsters in the back room, they kind of moan and groan. I was just thinking of, like, if they could enunciate more. Like, he's like, is anyone there? And you just hear, like, I'm sorry. You know, just something creepy like that. And there's still a lot of dark spaces that you can't see. Oh. Completely broken through. I mean, he's got to find himself in the back room somehow, so he's gonna keep going. Ugh. And he fell right through. There you go. Was there something there? Was that? Yeah, again, that could feel like one of the monsters seeping through into the real world. Just fell through this cupboard. That little chute. Yeah, of course. Try and go back the way you came.
For the record, I did not know this was here.
He thinks this all is just like below his house. Spatially, it must mess you up so much. Hey, what? It's like down diagonally from my house, a whole office. Under my basement, you know? Yeah, this is all pretty normal so far-ish. So he's like, they're gonna think I'm trespassing. Do the signs even make any sense? Will there be stairs? And yeah, things out of proportion, this chair. Every corner is a very slow turn. Yeah, like brick wall behind that door. Door that leads to nothing. Is he actually gonna do it? Crawl through that hole? That feels like perfect setup for there to be a monster around this corner and he needs to run through that hole. Oh no, it's just locked. Yep, only other options to go for that hole then. Motion censored, or who did that? Who says the monsters even need to obey the laws of physics as well? If they know where areas like you can clip through, I could see a really cool scene of a monster just like phasing through a wall, you know? Just a sofa?
What the fuck is...
Let's just chill here for a bit. You got a microwave, you can cook some food, yeah. You know, if it wasn't for the monsters, I feel like it would be kind of fun to explore these weird, wacky spaces. You ever go into one of those like playhouses where there's like a room that's upside down and things, you know, and rooms, like illusion rooms? It's just like that. Who's had a meeting here?
This isn't a...
It's just a fake skylight. Yeah, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to anything as well. In terms of like feng shui, a sofa facing a wall, and you know, things like that. That adds to the eeriness of it. Usually chairs will be centered around something, maybe there's a rug to ground it. I'm surprised this, you know, these cabinets and things are even facing outwards, not just facing the wall. You kind of get that same level of eeriness with badly designed places as well, where living rooms are too big and the sofas feel too small for the spaces and things like that, you know? Or r/TV too high is a gold mine for that as well.
What? Furniture store now?
Yeah, furniture store, yeah. Was there not a sofa in front of that door? Am I crazy? Just opens to more.
I don't fucking like this.
There's like some static energy. There feels like something's here. There's something been collecting chairs. Yeah, it looks like there's been movement here. Did someone else place that bookcase in front of the opening so no one could come through here, or to keep what's here out? Even though I said spatially it doesn't make sense, I feel like it is easy to track because this has all been one continuous shot. I can kind of map this out in my head visually. You know, if you dropped me in this same area of Backrooms, I could make it to this room, I think. I saw the route he took to get here. It makes sense spatially. It's also just the music. I'm like, some of these could be noises being made by monsters, and I wouldn't know because it blends in with the music. Yeah, this feels like something's been here. It almost looks like a ritual with those books, or like it's a nest or a little den for something. Oh, great. Great. Just close that door. Yeah. I don't like that. It feels too safe. Ooh. That feels very human, the knock on the door.
Hello? Hey!
He's not smart enough to use a door handle, though. Did we go through the storm? I don't think so, yeah. At least there's kind of infinite space to run and hide into. Yeah, this is where it starts to really not make sense. Yeah. That's when you see the real scale of all of this. I wonder if this is the same creature, the same entity we've seen before. This tall and spindly one. Don't know if it has a name. It's kind of like the vine monster. It's made of plant material, it seemed like. It's just these music cues that go along with it, you know? Nowhere ever feels safe as well. Like, even if you close the door and you went inside this fake building. This might be a first glimpse of it. It knows to turn the light on. Or does it just emanate energy that turns it on, you know? Just simulating the outside that bit. He can't think it's still a person following him now, can he? I'm just kind of looking at like hiding positions, you know? Is there anywhere you can actually hide? Small confined spaces that you might feel comfortable in, I don't know. See, this is like a little house, yeah. You can see a living room and a kitchen and a bathroom. Close that door and live here. Ooh. Don't give me human-shaped figures. When it moves quick like that, is that something that? Still noises. See that mini chair? Huh. That's not like an NSYNC experiment, is it? Async. I keep saying it wrong. To drive away monsters or something? Or is it just a weird backrooms? Now, where's that power coming from? Follow those cables. Don't trust these exit signs either. Are those cables actually plugged into anything? What are those photos pinned there as well? Be careful with that ledge, it's very close. Oh, another one of those paintings down there.
Come on.
Oh yeah, can you use the tech to communicate? There's a radio. See, if this was put here by Async or scouted out this area, maybe they could find it and come and rescue him. Still nothing. We really haven't seen much of this entity following him at all. I thought it might be standing there over the speakers. Do those doors not, are they not curious to you? That's so... I'd be opening those. Sounds like... that sounds close. Ooh. Oh, what? That's just a guy. Is that Peter? That was just a guy. It looked like he was running in slow motion, kind of, though. Oh, that's even creepier if that's an entity and it just looks like a human. What? It's just like running weird. It's like a memory of Peter even, perhaps. An echo of him. That kind of reminded me of the way he was like running with the gun to escape the facility. It's so low res though, I couldn't like see his face. Is it like a faceless version of him or something? Okay, Chairman Mao, you know? Also wanted landlords obliterated. This would put all of the landlords out of a job. Can't even read what it says under the notice. It definitely feels like the further you go from an opening, the more things kind of break down and don't make sense and get weirder and creepier. You know, if it's extracting information from the real world, it makes sense that it starts to get worse the further away from an opening is. What's all of that red light, red energy? It's like trees, looks like just outside a city, yeah. Wow. You know, you've seen them play with scale, but I wonder if there's any areas where you'd go in there and you'd be like miniature. Yeah, look at that giant sign mixed in with the trees. Like an area where everything's so enlarged, just like you're a centimeter tall, you know? I'd just be looking at what these objects on the ground are as well. What was that? Oh, that's back where he was. He's looped back round a bit. Okay, nice. Is that good? Maybe we can get back to where we were? Because then he knows a way back to an exit. Whoa. Again, stop showing me human figures. I keep thinking they're entities. Okay, a little caveman just here. I have to go back and just drop myself down from back into the area I was before, you know? Then you can exit. Free fedora. There you go. There's a positive. Any logos on any of this? Is this async stuff? Cloves? Lots of cloves? That's not from people who've been eaten. Yeah, that looks like blood there as well. Definitely don't go towards that hole. Oh, there's something clipping, yeah. The first time you've seen that. He's reacting very calmly to this. I would be out of there. This area specifically. Is there someone talking you can hear? Probably a TV or radio or something. Oh, a bottle of whiskey. A shoe standing up on its end. Huh. Just like a Nope. But it's probably clipping a bit, yeah. The absurdity of that. Oh, is that something moving there? A hand coming through that door? Is that what I'm seeing?
One way or another, just sooner is better than later, for sure, because we are...
Yeah, what are those black marks there?
Always empty by someone, we've got a few people looking at it.
See, it's just artifacting. It was just the door handle. Where you start to see things. Your imagination fills in the blanks.
Hold on, sorry, I think someone's outside. Someone out there?
Someone heard him.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I am. I need help.
You're on private property. You need to leave.
Is this async? I don't know. This is weird. This isn't the response.
I don't want to be
This is
here.
the guy who keeps coming around here trying to talk to my boys.
What? No.
Is there another doorway here?
Actually, do call the cops. That's fine. Just please help me out here.
Is he hearing this through a threshold?
A living room with a fish on the wall.
What?
This is like a mirror of his house.
Sounds like you're on the other side of this wall, but this door goes nowhere.
Am I gonna find a threshold? Or is it all just something imitating a human?
I can hear you, but...
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just need to go home.
Even if the guy breaks through a wall, he won't come out here, will he?
What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Oh my god,
What? Did he find an entity, or did he fall through the threshold himself? Yeah.
Hey, what happened? Hello?
Damn. He just found something and fell through too. Because like, he would just open a doorway where he would knock through the wall and it would just be wall. There'd be nothing, the cavity you'd expect.
It's been a while. It's been a little while.
Oh, that is him. How long has it been? It's probably driving him mad.
It used to scare me. It was summer. The sky was...
Oh, camera's gonna run out of battery. The sky. A long forgotten concept.
I just want to go home.
That's it.
I just want to go home.
How was this footage found, though? This doesn't come back to the real world. Someone must have come across this.
Just gonna fix it.
And that's it, of course. Damn. Huh. What? Almost like it loops back? Is that what that was? Almost like it loops. You could watch that on a loop because it goes back to that footage right at the start. Okay, yeah, as I said, you know, you get a bit more characterization. You know, a lot of it is just him being scared and going, what the hell is happening? What is this place? What was interesting was there being the other threshold, the other doorway that the other guy was the other side of in his own home, you know. He could hear him through the wall. So there could have been a chance he pops through and can, you know, as long as the threshold goes both ways, this isn't just a one-way door, could have popped in and saved him, which would have been a really cool possibility. But it's also like, yeah, do the doorways close once you go through them? And it seemed like he went to knock through the door, through the wall, and then fell through a doorway, fell through a threshold. I mean, yeah, obviously what would happen is he's hearing someone on the other side, he'd knock the hole through, and there'd just be a cavity in the wall like you'd expect, and there wouldn't be anyone there, and he goes, what the hell is happening? But actually he did it and found a hole, found a doorway and fell through as well. So he's lost in there now. Maybe the next one we're following that guy. That could be a cool possibility as well. You never know. I wonder if we'll see the other side of that. That would be cool in the future as a way to tie things back in, you know. Same with how Peter went missing, things starting to tie back in. I was surprised, yeah, so that there was no async at all here. Even the entity, you know, I was just about to say, oh, he showed a lot of restraint not showing the entity, but he did, because there was that like human following him, that humanoid figure following him. Weird. I don't even know if that, I feel like that was an entity, because it felt like it was like someone running on a running cycle, but running weird, right? Even though we kind of did get a good look of it, we still didn't, because there's so much distortion with the camcorder and everything. So it's odd. Yeah.
No, I don't like this, and you shouldn't either.
What are you trying to get out of this, Marvin? We're on the same side.
Oh, Marvin.
I don't disagree that things were handled.
An argument.
Please, can you try to have a little perspective?
This is the last one.
George, he was alive and well, and you can't tell me for a second that the United States Department of Energy didn't have the resources.
Yep, they killed him to keep it a secret that there's entities.
Look, I know you appreciate how lucky we are to be a part of this project. It's not worth dying on this hill.
The project is bigger than them.
Happened, are we? You know how I know? You're the fourth person I've had this conversation with. Nobody wants a repeat of what just happened.
Everyone knows he was killed, yeah.
I think I just had to get that out of my system. I don't know what that was.
No, please, I get it.
Well, it's like everything's a bit more high res. There's a bit more of a sheen to everything. Yeah, and then you go to this. I was surprised, actually, throughout all the shots, how little you see of the entities. You know, you go some without seeing them at all. We've maybe had like 5 glimpses at the entities themselves.
But I think they're bonding together enough that it should come out.
Every single turn around a corner is so slow.
Pretty clear?
Yeah, so we went around and checked it out earlier. It's a dead end. There's some dips in the floor that I would recommend you avoid. We haven't checked those yet.
Yeah.
But all signs point to it.
The way it curves, that's easy. It's easy to fall in.
Okay. Oh.
Things are really clipping. I've seen it a bit before. Obviously, you see it in the trailer for the movie, but yeah, this is the worst. You've seen it in the shorts, it feels like. The chair on the mound, that's weird. It was ominous. And that's it. Okay. Well, that's all of the Backroom shorts. I'm sure there will be some more that he does after the fact. I don't think just because he's, you know, made a feature film, he will abandon this completely. There will still be some shorts to come and more exploration of things. you know, how was Robbie's stuff found, his camera found, and some more async. I keep getting it wrong. Some more async research into things. I think that's still to come, because like we're getting there with some answers, but like entities, I could see async potentially trying to capture an entity, you know, bring it in, capture it, set a trap for it, perhaps, if they know, if they can start to research it more, know what attracts it in, things like that. That's a real possibility as well. Yeah. Okay. I've shared my thoughts a lot here, so I think you guys understand all of my theories and everything. Thanks for watching this, and I'll be watching the film when it hits streaming, when it hits paid video on demand soon. Catch you then.